I once worked as a manager for an entrepreneur, and I would take various projects into his office looking for him to agree to them, to sign off. And each time I would examine the project as closely as I could, look at the pros and the cons, and try to give him what I thought was a detailed and thorough analysis. But a lot of the time I didn't really get the commitment and the buy-in that I was looking for. I had a colleague, on the other hand, who would just walk in there and say, "Pete, this is what we need to do. This is why we need to do it. I'm sure we can do it if you give me this much money to do it." And quite often, he'd get sign off there and then. And to begin with, I felt, does my colleague trusted more than me? Is that the problem? Where am I going wrong? And this was before I realized that some people, like my boss, like a lot of leaders, are big picture people. They just want to hear the headline and the main reason, and that you can do it. They expect somebody else to dot the I's and cross the T's and look into every little detail. They don't need to be bothered with that. Of course, you do still get some other people who are detail orientated. They want to see that you've covered every possible angle, that you've thought of every issue, risk, or conflict and decided what you'll do about it if that arises. So, if you're trying to get somebody to okay your project, you need some idea of which way they think. If you don't have any idea, then the best thing to do is to make sure that you lead with the headline. Say, this is a great idea. This is what we've got to do to achieve it. I can make it happen. After that, be ready to follow up with the detail if the person wants it or needs it. Have that up your sleeve. And that way, you've got everything covered.